Hello everybody and welcome back to the Sunward Isles. Ba-da-dum-ba-da-dum-bum-bum. Alrighty, in this episode I believe it is finally time
that we move in towards the nightmare.
Also, we did install a mod for our favorite character in the entire estate. And basically, it is an English translation of all of her stuff. So, yeah, we should be able to understand what she does just that little bit more. I believe we can actually understand her dialogue now. And because of us having the translation, I'm curious if we can finally see what her trinket does, the head. Here it is. Plus 15% damage. For every one gemstone in the backpack, 5% injury. Is that damage taken? Okay, so it's not a perfect English translation, but it is better than literally no text at all. So, plus 15% damage. Every one gemstone in the backpack gives 5% injury. That could mean a few things. Does that increase her damage taken? Because that's horrible. Or does it make her deal more damage? I guess we're not going to know. Well, okay. At least we'll be able to roughly understand her now, so that's a plus. Now, we are currently sitting at 170k gold. Sorry, I just kicked my desk, if you heard that. So, what I believe we're going to do, we can't quite go back to the courtyard. So, I think maybe we should play the level up game just a little bit more. Maybe get a few of our level 4s to level 5s. And then it's finally going to be time to take on the nightmare, which of course is not accessible right now because we have the XP mod on. But as soon as we take it off, the nightmare will be accessible once again. Do we feel ready? I don't know. You guys were warning me about it quite a bit. So I was feeling relatively confident that we could do it. But after you guys were warning me as much as you were, I'm a little bit nervous. So... we have a few level 6s, but based on how much you guys were like, Shadow, listen. Buddy, pal, friendo, you need to be more prepared. I'm thinking maybe we want to wait? At the same time, I feel like we've been waiting for so long to do it. I'm getting that itch to just jump right into it. But, you know, maybe that's not the smartest idea we've ever had. So, we'll have to think. Now, as for upgrades, things we definitely want to do. We want Instructor Mastery level 5. That's just obvious. And then we do want, weaponsmithing and armor smithing to also be at level 5. Now, our necromancer buddy is going to be helping us out with the minions expedition. At the moment, we get some crests and some shards every so often, but if we were to level him up again, we would get even more, which means, basically, we could convert those into, into anything. We can convert it into more busts, into more portraits, into more deeds. So, all in all, I think the Minions Expedition is going to be very, very helpful for our cause. It's going to save us just a little bit of farming. And at the end of the day, that's what we want. We want to just farm up as much as physically possible. I do think there is a world where we would want to go for Treatment Library and just sit absolutely everybody in here and just reinforce and remove as many quirks as possible. For example, Hard Noggin is actually insane because stun resist if you're not getting stunned, you're able to attack. And that's a big deal. Yeah, it replaced Daredevil, which kind of sucks. But let's say we were to remove, like, Off Guard or Impatient and reinforce Hard Noggin. Mwah, that is juicy. For Avail, let's say we lock in Hakutaku Splendor, and then we get rid of Fear of Yokai. That right there is a really big deal. That's less stress taken, that's more accuracy. We don't have anything too terribly useful on Marcos. Now, Sunward Scrounger is pretty good. The extra 5% scouting chance can come in very, very clutch, especially for finding secret rooms. Clutch Hitter could be good on the Ronin, mainly because of not only the riposte, but he also has decent dodge chance, so it could come in clutch. For her, I'm kind of thinking Clutch Hitter, potentially. If we had plus crit chance versus bleed, that would be incredible for her, which is a quirk, but we just don't have it. So if we could find something that synergizes with doing damage to bleeding targets, that would be amazing for her. The Evolutionary, Quick Reflexes is pretty good. Valiant is honestly really decent. Spider Circumventer is pretty good. I would like something that increases dodge, maybe the +5 dodge quirk. I think that would be pretty good. Wisemari has Impenetrable, which is just, it's good for everybody in the party. Deadly is also really nice. We might even want to lock in Deadly, truth be told. Omar, Second Wind is okay. Especially with his healing, Second Wind I'd say is actually really, really good on him. Light Sensitive and Fading is pretty bad though, so we'd want to remove that. Obviously the Fawn is very Warren's focused, but Hakutaku's Wisdom is very nice. Caden also has Hakutaku's Wisdom, which, considering he gives a buff in the form of Song of Valor, that's pretty solid. So he has a chance to double buff in one turn. Other than that, Manslayer is good in very niche scenarios. It might become very, very good as we start doing Nightmare stuff. Faded, obviously, turning any miss into a hit is just really solid. It does not affect dodges, but considering he has a surprisingly low accuracy stat, even though it says 100, 115, I notice he misses a lot. So having Faded on him is actually a really big deal. Evasive, really good. Penetrating, really good. This is probably going to be one of our absolute best yokai killers, because Evasive is just nice, but Penetrating, almost every single yokai has some form of protection. So, yeah, increasing damage to yokai while also ignoring armor, that is insane. Daredevil's pretty good. Early Riser is okay. Robust is actually surprisingly great, considering the furry dude, the furry, like, worm maggot thingies that puke on themselves in the Sunward Isles. I would say Robust is shockingly good. Malicious on the Assault Konoichi is actually insane. Malicious is, like, probably the single best quirk we could get on her, because if she crits, she has a high chance to do her, like, end-of-turn explosion thing. Spider Hater's pretty good. Gifted, Natural Swing. Yeah, a lot of our people, basically, I'm just kind of going down the list showing what we do and don't have. Deadly is pretty good. But yeah, all of our people have relatively good quirks. So I feel like spending a bit of time and just locking them in is actually going to be the smart thing to do. So I think we're going to do a little bit of leveling, but I might actually just sit some people inside here and just try and get some of these, like, quirks reinforced and gone. Okay, there we go. Omar, Destruction 42k, and Kagero are all getting a little bit of quirk reinforcement and removal. Obviously, that did a pretty big chunk, about 23k gold, to our gold supply. However, I think it's going to be worth it. Ensuring that we have really good quirks to fall back on is just going to be good. Like, basically, we need to be as geared up as possible for any, well, nightmare scenario. So, with that being said, I believe we need to do a little bit of farming. Bumper crop could be really nice, actually. Oh, it's a bit scary because the thing from the stars is around. If we're really safe, I think we can do it. I'm gonna put... Actually, he needs to be in the 4th, huh? Yeah, he has to be in the 4th, so... Him and Rachel have a little bit of bad synergy because she can't use burnout unless she's in the 4th. Okay, what if we change Brace the Gun with nothing? Nothing works. Okay. Well, Kaden isn't going to have Brace the Gun. But, I mean, hey, that's more dodge chance, right? That works out. Okay. I wanted to bring Kaden, however, I think Blank will really help here. So we have Rachel, Blank, Lindy, and Draugr Overlord. This should be a relatively good team. You can retreat from combat and even abandon quests. If things are going terribly, live to fight another day. Oh, that doesn't fill me with very much confidence. Steal their food. Alright. Draugr Overlord, the Exile, with Baldwin's head, Shag and Scoob's head, Sunder, Provoke, Assignment Charge, and Assignment Track, although debatably Assignment Rally might be better. Lindy the Grove Tender with the Watermelon, the Watermelon! The favorite snack, Homie Strike, just in case, Laxification's Hug Diluted Elixir, Lotus Shield, Blank the Evolutionary, with Mysterious Heraldry, Strange Steel Plate, Mend Growth. Rachel the Red Lotus with the Lower Boundary Military Order, the Crescendo Box, and all of her abilities. Okay, we need 3 grain sacks. So what I'm thinking, if we go down, follow the bottom, go all the way up, well, and then back down, to the right, up, and to the right, not only will that be a full clear, but we're almost guaranteed to find something good. You feel me? Probably. I mean, it's a pretty solid plan, if I do say so myself. However, first we must get through the enemies themselves. Brrr! Don't you want to stop now? Pew! How about a little bit of pew? Take this. Ha ha ha! No, this is fine. I was gonna say, oops, that's an anti-synergy, but no, it's fine. Growth. Alright, oh my god! Okay, fair enough, we got all, is that all of them? Did we just get every single... No, we missed speed. You know what? I'll take that. That is a really, really good start. We can't lose Lotus Shield either! Oh, this team! It's alright. Look, it's all according to plan. It'll be fine. Provoke. I challenge you. Drums on the dome. 12 damage riposte. Excellent. Look at where it hurts. A nice riposte critical attack. You absolutely love to see it. Everybody gets a little bit of a stress heal. Vomit into the immediate crit into more of a stress healing. A butcher's cut. You simply cannot defeat Draugr Overlord, even though he's a level 4 and a level 5 mission. He is simply too powerful. Pew. Oh yeah. Thus, why we're buffing him. He will be the strongest among us. Let's see, what'd we get? Oh, we got literally everything that time. Literally everything. Homie strike. Got him. Excellent. Loot this. Nice. I kind of want that blood, truthfully. We're gonna take that blood, because we kind of need it. Curio. Chip, Curio. Okay, we're gonna change our abilities. Change that to the stress heal. Root powder. Actually, diluted root powder, laxification. Okay, that's a bit better. Nothing must be left. Oh, Lindy, you know reading is bad for you. Okay, let's loot this. Excellent. I love that we have a quote-quote antiquarian, because, yikes, not having an antiquarian for gold is really sucky. Or a hood. Now, I mean, we do still get people who have, like... Oh, you're funny, game. You're hilarious. Oh, you are just so funny. Oh, you are hilarious. I'm raffling right now. Yeah, about that whole playing it safe thing. I lied! Shuffle. That is not a bad shuffle. That is probably one of the better shuffles. Crimson Roar! Alright, see you later. You will be annihilated. We're not gonna do very much damage if we evolve. Does it matter? Do we just want to do it anyway? I mean, we do get really buffed up. And we still have a healer on... Alright, fine. Acknowledge the ultimate evolution. Give me your stats. Alright, we missed. But... Give me your stats. You do not need them. I will steal them. A glorious advancement. Okay, we're fine. We are fine. Clap-a-claw. You will do no damage to me. Okay, stop hitting her though. She's blood. This is terrible. Yeah, we'll cure that. Everybody get a little bit of a regen. Could activate Riposte. Riposte could be really solid here. Yeah, you know what? It's a weak Riposte, but still. Or is it? Strenuous lament. Okay, we can't fall this turn, but we can next turn, and that is going to be really, really useful. Clap-a-claw. Okay, Virtue. Nope. Alright, apparently no Virtue. We're not lucky enough for that. That is okay. Capture. Come to me. Could try a double blight. Nah. Never mind. Never mind. How? Okay, our riposte is still up. All right, let's move forward. Charge forwards. Undulating withdrawal. Ooh, 20 crit. Shame we've gotten exactly 0 stats, but hey, that's alright. Huge fall! Are you kidding me? We missed them all? What? Seriously? Even with the extra accuracy? What in the world? Where did all that damage come from them? What? I realized they were, you know, stacking up, but good lord, that feels like a lot of damage out of nowhere. He only goes, what's our 67%. Boys, we got a 2 in 3 chance of surviving this attack. So you know what's gonna happen? We're gonna survive it because Lindy goes first. I'm not giving up. Hey! Jeez! Ow. Okay, we're fine. Believe it or not, we're fine. Yeah, devour. Is that forever? Yep, it's for the quest. Ow! Pain awaits. Alright, let's get that regen going so absolutely nobody dies to a dot. We are going to kapapoo! 1 health. Oof. Well, when you say it that way, I believe we also get the buff. Yes, we do. Everybody gets a little bit of accuracy now. Undulating the drawl. Okay, we need to kill this thing. Preferably now. Here we go. The easiest hit of your life. Watch this. Guaranteed. Next attack. Okay, we're on Death's Door. It's a little bit scary, but it's not the end of the world. Here we go. Virtue. What did I tell you? That's a virtue right there. No, 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 no. God. God dang it. Ugh. Yes, I know it was my own fault, but I kind of expected to survive more than one Death's Door attack. Oh, really? Our level 6. It wasn't even the level 4 who died. It was the level 6. Ooh, that's a nasty blight. But, if anyone was supposed to die, it was supposed to be the level 4. I think we still win the fight, but wow, that sucks. Capew. Still have to kill his little buddies. There's only one little buddy left. Ow. There we go! Hey, for the Shadow Dancer. God dang it. Oh well. I know for a fact, someone is saying, Shadow, I told you, you shouldn't have done it. You did it anyway, and look what happened. I knew the risks. I knew this could have happened. You have to be bold if you're going to win this nightmare. But apparently we can't even get to the nightmare because we keep dying because I keep making mistakes. Okay. Well, that obviously could have gone better. You know, a lot of the problem is just boiling down to me being too impatient and really trying to make, like, these big, colossal plays. I need to just dumb it down and play it slow, which, from a gameplay point, is the smartest thing to do. But from a series point of view, is really boring. I'm playing too much into series rather than actual brain. Oh well. Well, the good news is, Lindy actually isn't that bad of a loss because we don't even have any of her good trinkets. So even though we did lose a level 6, it's not actually the end of the world because Lindy, without anyone protecting her, and without her really good trinkets, is so squished that I don't really, she's not that useful, you know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe I'm being too harsh on her. She's very, very useful, just she kind of needs a certain setup to really thrive, which obviously we did not have. So, it's time for a level 6 Sunward Isles encounter. So, I believe we are going to bring only the best. I would like another healer. Maybe we can bring Marcos? Yeah, why not? We'll bring Marcos. Destroying the Tori doesn't mean that the threat is dead. Keep a watchful eye out. Alrighty, we bring Omar the Wanderer with the Stone Paw, the Cracked Gong, 6 Demon Banishment, Flowing Water Cut, Unanswered Perfection, and 10,000,000-fold Stance Destruction, 42k, the Miko, with the Lower Boundary Military Order, the Trapped Onibi Extermination, Evil Sealing Circle, Homing Amulet, and Danmaku Barrier. Wise Mari the Practitioner with the Crest of the Tori, the Serpentine Magatama, Combusting Talisman, Invoke an Enricom Mind, and Thalassic Remedy. And Marcos Jr., the Kitsune Miku, with the Whisk, Mysterious Heraldry, Charm Blast, Charm Spell Luck, Healing Chime, Charm Spell Reveal, and the special Hallowed Ground. Now, you want a team that's built to perfection. You are currently looking at them. This is, debatably, the best anti-Sunward Isles team that we can bring. It doesn't get too much better than this. It certainly gets better than that, though. It certainly gets better than that. Let's go ahead and just eat this right away. I want to go... You know what? Let's do damage. Let's do big damage. Let's get a stack of rhythm while we're at it. I'm gonna go for Healing Chime here, recover a lot of that stress, and start putting up our prayer. Benthic Whip! Excellent dodge. Home Ganesh! Okay, he has now been crit 2 times. And believe it or not, he does not have increased chance to be crit. He is just getting that unlucky. Retaliating Rhythm. I too have one of my own. Okay, we now have a pretty strong riposte up, and we are looking pretty buffed. We also have 2 stacks of rhythm. We're starting to get into the rhythm now, huh? Let's go for reveal. We're gonna take a little bit of riposte damage, but we do heal it back up, and we get rid of the body that's currently in the way. Furtive Retreat. Do a little bit of damage. I'm gonna, you know what, just burn here. Do a tiny bit of damage. Meek rebuttal. I believe that's a bleed? Yeah. Nice damage. That's 60% protection. See, that is why penetrating is so useful, because we ignore 15% of that, essentially. Unnerving contract. Benthic whip! Oof, we do end up getting stunned. Bit unfortunate, not the end of the world. Malik Thwack is going to move him back just a little bit, and then we are going to get a stack of rhythm. I can't heal because we're stunned, obviously. Ooh, if that was a guaranteed kill, I'd go for it, but since we don't have the fervor, I'm just gonna miss with our normal attack as well. You know what? Yeah, that works for me. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Okay, Meek rebuttal. That's going to be another stack of bleed. Aha! We end up resisting this one. And stun. Nice. No more healing, no more retaliating rhythm. Technically we could go for hollowed ground, but that's not the best choice in the world. We're going to heal this bleed. Very nice. And we finish him off. There we go. We started finding the rhythm. Just took a little bit of time. Benthic whip. That's going to be a stun. Do not end up dodging it, even with 31 dodge. That's a bit unfortunate. We do end up getting a really nice crit, though. We'll get rid of the bodies with Marcos, just because they're kinda in the way to recover from the stun. And we crit the bodies, a lot of good that does. But we do actually land the bleed on the Hikey Crab, so that is nice. Do a tiny bit of damage with Wise Mari. End up getting a heal crit. That is insane. Meek rebuttal, that's gonna be a bleed. Could stun. 1 health! Actually, he's technically dead to bleed. But what fun is that? We didn't do any damage. Now we did enough damage. There we go. Nice. Phew, that's a lot of deeds. You know, I was kind of thinking about it. I don't... Okay. I have an idea relating around it. But at the same time, I'm not sure... I wouldn't be able to do it myself. But I have an idea for potentially a Sally class. Which, if you don't know who Sally is, it's the one down there in the bottom right. The one holding the little sign. Her. I have an idea for potentially a class for her. But I would need to find someone who's willing to do that. Obviously, I think I would pretty much do all the dialogue, I think. And I also have a relatively good idea of what I would want for, like, what she does. My issue being, in my mind, I kind of see her as being, like, a stance changer, which I know, from what I understand, the stance changes are, like, kind of the harder characters to do. We should have set up the riposte. That was a mistake. But I'm thinking what she would do. Okay, we got crit. That's unfortunate. Do damage. What I'm thinking she would do, she would have two forms. She would have a grounded form where essentially she has her wings in front of her as like a shield, and then in her hand she's got like a sword rapier thing, right? And then she would have a flight form, I say that loosely, where she would be doing damage. You know, wings would be behind her, swords in front of her, maybe like some magic-y looking stuff for damage, or maybe she just pokes them. And I think that's relatively what she would be. She would have 3 defensive-ish type moves for while she's grounded, and then she would have 3 aggressive type moves for when she's quote-quote flying. Should have set up their post again. I'm really running on autopilot. It's a good thing this team is so anti-Sunward Isles, because I am making a lot of mistakes. I think she would have 2 set, like, she would have a set virtue and a set affliction. Obviously, it'd be just natural odds. It'd be like, oh, you got the 5% of virtue chance, hooray! And then you got the virtue chance, hooray! I think the virtue would basically be like, I don't know exactly how it'd work, but I think the virtue would be, she can't be guarded. Or no. Affliction, she can't be guarded. And she will randomly... She basically, normal affliction stuff. She can't be guarded, she has a chance to deny buffs and healing, and maybe she takes a bit of extra stress, you know what I mean? And then for the virtue, it'd be like, she has a chance to randomly buff an ally. Say, they miss... It's like Hakutaku. Say they miss an attack. She'll be like, oh, you'll do better next time. She'll give them, like, 5 accuracy, or, like, 2 accuracy, or something. See, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Obviously, super early stages of my idea, but, yeah, I think it'd be pretty fun to have a Sally class. Only issue... I wouldn't really be able to do it myself, so I'm sure someone out there would be willing to do a Sally class, but I don't know how difficult it'd be. Crimson, your execution. Shall we begin? Well, we got a tiny bit of a stress heal already. Luck. Maybe I'll ask around. We'll see. Cause wouldn't that be so cool having a class that's like Sally in Darkest Dungeon? I mean, geez, I've played this game for so long that it would. That's how you know I've hit like the pinnacle. If I get my own like character class, so to speak. That's how you know I've effectively reached maximum Darkest Dungeon. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it'd maybe be a little bit too difficult to pull off with how I envision it. So maybe some things would have to change, but it would be really, really cool if I do end up finding someone who'd be down to do a Sally class. And like I said, I pretty much have ideas for what all the basic abilities would be. I would be willing to do every bit of dialogue. And then for trinkets, I guess some of the trinkets would just be like channel inside jokes, and others would be like quote Sally lore based, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I feel it could be really, really fun. To make her, but again, I'll have to find someone who's interested, so maybe I'll ask around about that. I'm not too terribly sure yet, it's just an idea in my mind, but yeah. I think I've rambled long enough about that. It's just something that's been on my mind for the past few episodes, but I haven't wanted to bring up, just because I felt like I hadn't fleshed it out enough, but I definitely think I would want some form of stance, like protector and aggressor, and I feel like the trinkets would very much be like, these are for defensive, these are for aggressive, and then these ones let you potentially do a mix of both. So it's like, you have to be in the correct stance at the correct time. So maybe it like requires you to play predictive, I don't know. Okay, but we did end up beating the Tori, so we just have to beat the Yurei and the Kasiobaki. Let's go ahead and get rid of that corpse, potentially do a double bleed. We only land 1, but that is 1 more than we had before. He's not quite dead, but he will be next turn, so we're just going to guarantee the kill on her, and then we're going to do a teeny tiny bit of damage on him, provided he does not go invisible. He does not, and he's down. Wail of the Tormented. Meh. And now...
We smash.
We smash after a little bit of a stress heal. Hey! Yeah, little bit of a stress heal. And now we smash. Kaboosh! 53! You cannot touch me. I will not be there. Excellently done, my friend. Excellently done. And we saved the minor Omomori for the second fortified torii in Otorotoshi. Otoroshi?
There is nothing more evil than a child.
Stun the child! Do not let that child do anything.
That child is pure, unadulterated evil. That child will be the means of our end. That child brings forth Cataclysm.
And I do not want to see Cataclysm.
You see, the child, it might look like a mere innocent child, but this child is nothing more
than, you know, the previously mentioned evil. Jeez, 26 damage. That's pretty good. Big heal. Yeah. That's pretty good. Give ourselves a little bit of an extra heal.
Banished! Snow and winter. And now, the tofu child attacks.
Ah! The humanity! Ah! It burns me! Ah! Did you see that? You see how fierce that attack was? Disgusting. Hey, a tofu tray. Nice. That's a pretty good trinket. Well, on we go. Nothing bad happened here. What do you mean? What do you mean it was just a real child? Nah, you're crazy. Children don't exist. You'd be insane to think that children exist. Children aren't real. They can't hurt you. After all, we just killed the last one. Oh, that's so bad. Let's just do a little bit of group damage. Maybe we debuff. Oh yeah, it seems like we do. You know what? We're ready. Brute force. Ooh, 13 damage, that's fine. Pretentious howl. Man, I have really been trying to cure her stress, and it is just not working at all. But that does help. Yeah, yeah, that helps. Get a little bit of a heal here. Everyone else is doing okay on stress. It's just her. She's not doing well. Cannot be reposted. Yeah, I'll lower your accuracy a bit more. Yeah, it sounds good. A crunch. Okay. Can we kill this? No. Now we can. Never mind. I need to stop planning ahead. Planning ahead only hurts. Okay, that shovels this forward. And can't be reposted. That's another really good thing. Two of them have attacks that cannot be reposted. Will this do a lot of damage? No. I mean, it'll do more than that, but it'll also knock us back, so... meh. This. Have some luck, my friend. It's probably gonna go for... Oh, he went for crunch. Well, unluckily for you, we have the dodge chance. Keep debuffing. Even though that debuff really isn't... It's not working very much. Yeah, that debuff is not working in our favor. Once again, I have cut a worthless object. And you're dead to bleed. After we get a little bit of a heal. We may as well try and heal that stress. Only for you to get it back again. Crit. Dang. There was an attempt. Okay. Well, that worked out. What did we get? 9.2k gold. We got a little bit of heirlooms, and the most important piece, all level 6. Sickly. Impatient. Shocker. The Commander's Wrath. It seems in your last venture, you slaughtered a child belonging to an extremely powerful spirit. He has amassed his troops and is planning on taking revenge. See? I told you that child was nothing more than the apocalypse. So what's this? This is for the Meister. Ah. Okay. Well, we're right back to where we were gold-wise. We now have 2 battles that we need to do in the hamlet, being the Yama and the grieving... We also have the Umibozu to do. Oh wow, that is a really good hat. Minus 10% stress, plus 5 dodge, minus 10% chance to be surprised. Wow, that is actually really solid. That's something that we could, like, really want. Let's see, can we do any upgrades? Not yet. 60, 33, we're not even close. How about here? Nope. Not even close. Well, I wouldn't exactly say this episode has gone smoothly, but we lost a level 6, but we did gain a few more level 6s. We got a few level 5s, and we also gained a good amount of trinkets. We gained the ninjutsu scroll, which is going to be really, really good for the Shadow Dancer, especially because it gives extra everything. We got this for the Meister. We got the tofu tray, which is just going to be really nice, not only because it helps with virtue chance, but it also just makes us take minus 15% damage, which is a really, really big deal. And then, of course, we got the trinkets that we have absolutely no use for, and are just effective gold, such as the flagellant trinkets, because we don't use the flagellant. Stress is being healed little by little, thanks to our districts. This giving 5 stress healing per week, and this giving 10, is very helpful. Healing 15 for everyone idle is really solid, especially because we don't get too much stress healing out of the facilities, being, you know, the Abbey and the bar. So having that extra 15 stress healing is really, really nice. Even though it does take a long time to actually heal them from, like, full, you know, it's the thought that counts. Oh, for example, Amaterasu, in 2 weeks, so 2 dungeons, he will be at 6 stress, which means we can either leave it. He's at a really awkward breakpoint, which means we can either leave him for a 3rd and his affliction will be gone, or we could bring him out and try and get a few lucky crits and then just heal it that way. So, all in all, I'd say this episode was kind of up and down. I think from this moment onwards, I need to just start playing a lot safer. I'm playing way too ballsy just because I know it's getting a little boring, just us farming. But that's kind of creating a loophole where me trying to play ballsy puts us behind, which means we have to farm more, which means I feel like it's getting too boring more, which means I start playing more and more ballsy. So, it's not really a good trap to fall into. Do end up getting another growth tender, though. So, what I'm thinking, because I don't want to waste your guys' time, and I've been saying this for way too many episodes now, I think what we're going to do, I'm going to farm up a bit off-screen, and I'm just going to play super slow, super boring, super safe, and we're just going to get most of our people up to at least level 5. Most of them. And then, at the very start of the next episode, everyone will already be leveled up, our farming will have been said and done, and we just won't have to worry about it. So, I feel like that's probably going to be the best option, especially with how slow we've been progressing. I feel like if I do it that way, that'll waste your guys' time a lot less, because I know a lot of you like seeing me struggle, but I feel like we've just spent too many episodes farming up, and then, you know, I feel like, oh, we gotta do something, we gotta make a play, and then it backfires, and then it's like, oh, well, there goes some of our farming. So I'm gonna farm some people up off screen, and then when we come back, most of the list should be level 5. We might have a couple more level 6s, and then I think we're going to do a little bit of a boss rush, and then we're going to begin the nightmare. I'm iffy about the Umibozu. Yeah, I'm really iffy about that. So, I'm not going to do any bosses off screen, so don't worry about that. The only bosses that I might do would be the Fawn boss, the Raiju, and the Thing from the Stars. Those are the only bosses that I would technically do, and that's just because they're in the way. I guess technically the Shambler and Collector count too, but yeah. I think that's going to be the best way to do this. That way I don't feel like I'm wasting your guys' time anymore. But yeah, overall I'd say this was a little bit of an up and down episode. We did gain more than we lost, especially because we got her back. It works out in a weird sort of way. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.